I have been waiting so long to say this, but g'day guys, how's it going? It is JarradHD here. Welcome to episode 1 of our FIFA 20 Arsenal Career Mode series. The game is now out through EA Access, so you know we are ready to grind the game. And of course, we are starting this year with an Arsenal Career Mode series. And the first thing we have to do this year is select a manager style. It doesn't really matter too much, I'm pretty sure what style you go for, so I'll go for this guy here, but we can change virtually everything about him. So first name is going to be Jarrad, and then the last name is going to be, actually no, what I'll do is I'll go, oh, you can't do underscores this year, are you kidding me? Alright, in that case, it's going to be first name Jarrad, last name HD. Normally I do JarradHD as one name and then put an underscore, but they've taken that out of the game for some reason this year. And of course, the nationality is going to be Australian. I don't know whether I want to make it realistic to me or whether I just want to make some crazy looking bloke. All right, we're gonna go that face. Of course, need to make him a lot more light skinned if we're going realistic to me, because all I do is sit inside playing FIFA all day, so I do not have a tan. If there was a preset to just make my guy look like an egg, I would probably choose that. Okay, so the shaved head style looks absolutely terrible, so I might make us look like I did when I actually had hair. Or I'll probably end up just going for a cool sort of style. Jarrad Hamsik? Oh my god, The Undertaker. To be fair, I could just go for Peaky Blinders version of me. Screw it, we're just gonna go for this haircut because it's somewhat similar to what I used to have, but if you have any input, we can always change it. So use the comments down below and let me know what you want me to look like in game. I know I've got a little bit of facial hair, it's nothing too impressive, but none of the styles really look good on our guy in game. I'm gonna chuck that on and then change the lips because our guys' lips just look out of place to me for some reason. That looks a little bit better now. Yeah, all right, we'll go like that to begin with. Now for the fun part, the outfit. I'm gonna go with this look for our manager. I think we've got to look sharp, but not like we're coming to a wedding every single time. So we've got the nice suit jacket, we've got the unbuttoned white shirt, we've got the maroon jacket as well because obviously we're going with Arsenal. Our guy's looking smart. But anyways, I've spent too much time worrying about what our guy looks like. We need to focus on actually managing Arsenal now. So we're gonna go across to England for the first time this year. The Arsenal kits this season, a big reason why I chose them. They just look beautiful. But we are going to take over Arsenal. Our goal this year in this series is to win the Champions League with Arsenal, maybe even multiple times. Just really make them a strong side once again. But if you guys do go on to enjoy today's video, make sure you leave a like on it. And if you are new around here, make sure you play Scorpion Kick that subscribe button down below. We're going to be posting so much content on this channel this year, it is not even funny. So this is the starting 11 that we will be beginning life at the Emirates with. It might not be your favorite starting 11, but it's what I want to play with. I wanted to get Özil a little bit more involved than he has been in real life as well. I wanted Aubameyang and Lacazette up front together, but there definitely is work to do with this side. The first move I want to make this season is bringing in a top quality left mid or left winger. Then I might even go for a new centre back, given that both of our defenders are getting quite old and they've been quite shaky in real life. A frustrating thing as well is with the game, Mkhitaryan is still at Arsenal in the game. So I'll probably look to sell him or loan him out like real life. It'd be nice if Roma came in for an offer. But yeah, few little things like that are frustrating, but our side, it's looking quite nice. So this is a few of the players that I've got on my short list. So priority number 1 is bringing in Wilfried Zaha. He almost signed with Arsenal. He was rumoured throughout the entirety of the transfer window, never ended up signing, so he is the first player that I'm going to be going in for quite aggressively. If we can't get him, then my attention will move to either Mikel Oyarzabal or Gonzalo Guedes. One of those guys will be a fantastic pickup as well. And then in terms of centre-backs, John Stones is someone I would love to have in the club. He's looking for a lot more game time, and we can definitely provide that for him. An English-based player as well. Other players that I've got on the shortlist, Kostas Manolas, although he's just moved to Napoli, so probably not him. Dakanam Gene, the Togonese centre-back, never used him in career mode before. He could be decent this year. And then Alessio Romagnoli, an old favourite, but I definitely want to go in for John Stones and Wilfried Zaha as our first players. And in terms of budget, we have £72.4 million to work with, so definitely should be able to do some decent business. So of course, Monreal doesn't play for Arsenal anymore. He's gone to Real Sociedad, so I'm going to add him to the transfer list. I'm also going to add Mkhitaryan to the transfer list. He's decently rated and decently valued, but 30 years of age, he's not the club in real life. I don't plan on using him, so we may as well get rid of him. And yeah, that's all the business I'm going to do in terms of selling players, more than likely, at least to begin with. Definitely want to give all the players an opportunity to fight for their spot and really see how they perform in game. Of course, this year we have the player chats. These are going to be interesting to navigate all year long, but Socrates is going to be the first player coming to us. Greetings, boss. On behalf of the whole team, I'd like to give you a warm welcome at Arsenal. Well, thank you, Socrates. I am excited about the future. Transfer offer for Reiss Nelson here from Udinese. You've got rocks in your head if you think I'm selling Nelson, but we are going to go ahead and try signing Wilfried Zaha here, valued at £28.5 million, so hopefully we can get him close to his base value. But new cutscenes this year, we're going to the nightclub or the night bar, the night restaurant. We're meeting up with Roy Hodgson. Let's see what we can do. So £28.5 million. I'm going to start off by saying £31 million. Our guy looks a lot older in this lighting as well. Am I the only one that realized this? But they're going to say 36.1. That's actually not a bad sum, especially for Wilfried Zaha. I doubt Crystal Palace would sell him for that little in real life. I'm going to say £33 million though, and they're going to accept it. We might sign Wilfried Zaha in the first week of being Arsenal manager. In terms of his contract, I always love to delegate. What's he on at Palace? He's on $80,000 a week at Palace. $99,000 will do. I always delegate because that way I don't have to offer them bonuses and stuff like that, which really eats into the budget. So we will offer that to Wilfried Zaha and hopefully crown him an Arsenal man very soon. Transfer offer from Manchester City for Lucas Torreira, £29.8 million. Not a chance I'm selling the Uruguayan, at least this season. He's a player that I'm very excited to use. Okay, here we go. Transfer offer for Nacho Monreal. It's from Ajax. It's £4.3 million. It's below his market value, but I am going to accept it. So with the dynamic player potentials this year, I am definitely open to loaning players a lot more for the pure fact that when it's a player like Mavropanos, I want him to grow, but I can't always give him the game time he needs to grow. So with the dynamic player potentials, if we don't play them, they're not going to grow as rapidly. So I'm going to accept this 1 year offer from Wolves to take him on loan. And Chelsea have come in for Henrik Mkhitaryan, £17.5 million. Let's go in and negotiate here because I want to get a little bit more money for Mkhitaryan. He might be at his third Premier League club in what, a year and a half, and they've got Frank Lampard's face scan. Wow, that is cool. I back that a lot. They've done that quickly, but Frank Lampard is in the game this year. That is cool to see. £17.5 million. I'm going to say 22.5. Let's see what Chelsea say. 20 million. You know what? Let's accept that. Let's go, lads. Wilfried Zaha has accepted our contract offer. The Ivorian will be joining us here at Arsenal, at the Emirates. Let's look what he looks like in an Arsenal kit, mate. That is what Arsenal fans have been wanting for a while. We have made it happen. Wilfried Zaha, welcome to Arsenal. So there it is, the cutscene for Wilfried Zaha. He has joined us here at Arsenal for £33 million. That is an absolute steal. Going to be playing him, of course, on the left mid spot. Wow, we're going to have Pepe on one wing and then Zaha on the other with Lacazette and Aubameyang up front. We're going to be deadly in this first season. And Henrik Mkhitaryan is the first player to leave the club under JarradHD's rule at Arsenal. He is headed to Chelsea, £20 million. Best of luck, mate. Hopefully not against us, though. I definitely want to focus on the young core Arsenal have at their at their feet at the moment, because there is a lot of young talent that looks very promising coming through Arsenal. And that's where training is going to come in handy, where I can't use these guys all the time. I'm going to let them have a lot of training. So Smith Rowe, Nilsson, Guendouzi, Willock. Also, can I add, Willock being 67 rated is borderline criminal, but that's an issue for a different day. But then Ashley Maitland-Niles as well. These are the 5 players we're going to be training. We're going to simulate all the drills, and that is a pretty average start in the first session. Another offer comes in here for Montreal. It's more than the Ajax one. It's from Benfica. Again, I'll accept that. I don't believe it, lads. I accepted the loan, expecting it to just fall flat on its face like in FIFA 19, 18, virtually every FIFA. It's been difficult to loan out players, but Konstantinos Mavropanos is headed to Wolves on a season-long loan. Hopefully they give him some solid game time. Mate, do you reckon that Chris Smalling put in a request with management at Roma to bring in his best mate Phil Jones? He's probably homesick. Phil Jones has gone to Roma. Chris Smalling and Phil Jones just can't leave one another. So maybe that's a sign that Montreal is going to Ajax, because transfer talks between him and Benfica have broken down. Hopefully Montreal doesn't become one of these players that we just can't sell at all. Another transfer offer for Montreal though, to go back to his home nation of Spain. Oh, he rejected the Ajax one as well. I didn't even notice that. Okay, please go back to Spain, Montreal. We don't want you here. Go back to Spain. You went to Sociedad in real life, so go to Valencia. It's similar. Oh, I didn't even realize that. Player injured. Burn Leno 2 months. Bloody, that's not a good start for the season. So lads, I'm going to end today's episode, the first episode here. I need your help though. So we have £63.8 million. This is our side. I'm thinking I'm going to go in next episode. I've got to put Zaha in there at left mid as well. Okay, so that's what our side looks like right now, starting 11. I think I'm going to go in for John Stones next episode. I want to know where else or who else we should be buying. I'm going to be scouting the comment section down below like an absolute hawk. I'm going to be reading every comment, so please let me know who you think I should be bringing in to the side, what you think I should be doing with the side. But like I said, that's where today's episode is going to come to a conclusion. If you enjoyed it, make sure you leave a like on the video. We'll be posting this series every single day at 10 PM Australian time, which is 1 PM English time. So make sure you check back every day for an episode of this series. But it has been JarradHD here. I am out. Peace.